Well, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of WTF Walk the Floors. We are still continuing celebrating Housekeeping Week, and right now we're at the Hilton Grand Vacations Resort on the Boulevard in Las Vegas. I'm Stephanie Leger of First Rate Hospitality, and I'm with my co-host, Michele Kline of Kline Hospitality. How are you today, Michele?
I'm doing wonderful, and I'm very excited and delighted that Emma opened her doors to her beautiful, gorgeous property, and we were able to just participate in some of the celebrations that are related to International Housekeeping Week, and that was phenomenal. Emma, tell us a little bit about who you are and what you do here besides making magic happen, and then why is this week so important to you?
So my name is Emma Flores, born and raised here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Started and worked my way up, working a lot of these big casinos. I started as a GRA trainer back in 1988, I want to say, 1990, I'm sorry, 1990 at the Excalibur. As a GRA trainer and then as a supervisor, and I kind of worked my way up and I opened some hotels, Monte Carlo, that is now the park. Then I went over to and opened the Paris Hotel and Casino, 3,000 room property there as a housekeeping manager. And then I got the great opportunity to come and work for Mr. Canales here at the Hilton Grand Vacations back in 2003. So housekeeping is my passion. I love it. I love to clean. I love to see areas, that I love to interact with the people. I identify with them since I worked my way up, and it's a great satisfaction to see them coming into work, smile in their faces, tackle on a dirty job, and then when they're done and finished, I don't want to say you snap your fingers, but after a couple of minutes, the room looks presentable, the room looks nice and clean, smells nice and clean, and it's a satisfaction. Just like personal satisfaction when you're at home, you clean your house and you're like, okay, I'm good to go, right? So that's what it's for me. I have a passion for housekeeping. Housekeeping week is special because it's the one week that we truly get to kind of I don't want to say let our hair down, but we get to have fun.
Yes.
Right? Do some exciting games, music, and also reward the team for their hard work all year long.
Perfect.
And I can tell you that the energy that we just experienced through some of your games, it was incredible. And in reality, we probably spent 10 minutes out there.
Mm-hmm.
And it's 10 minutes that are so, so valuable for team members and also for the leadership team. Being able to have your top tier management within your department and your property, because the general manager was there too. It's just a truly connecting experience.
Absolutely. This year and as others, but this year particularly, everybody has stepped up to the game. All the directors, all my fellow directors from front office to F&B, because they're critical. They play a very vital role in providing food for the team and working alongside me with the menu for the week and what we're going to serve and whatnot like that. But also front office, engineering, everybody stepped up. Special messages of appreciation, Kit Kats, take a break. Chips with little nice sayings, you're all that in a bag of chips. So the team appreciates it, and I appreciate them taking. We're all busy, right? And I appreciate them taking the time to stop by and say hello and let the team know that they truly appreciate it. And I can't say enough. Also, either I can't say enough about Carlo and Freddie and Mr. Canales. They're former directors of housekeeping. It's in their blood, as they say, and their support has been tremendous. And I'm very lucky and very privileged to have them as my leaders.
That's amazing. And that's the theme that we really have been hearing this week, is with the outside departments being able to assist, and also to showing the team their appreciation of what they're doing for the guests every day. And also too of seeing formal people that were in the housekeeping department that moved on to different departments, and they like to come back and showing the appreciation. And now we've moved up to the Hilton Grand Vacations Resort on the Boulevard in Las Vegas. I'm Stephanie Leger with First Rate Hospitality, and I'm joined with my co-host Michèle Kline of Kline Hospitality.
Hi, Stephanie. Thank you. We have Carlo Sidestam again with us. He's been in our show before. And the reason why we wanted to talk to you or talk with you, Carlo, is because we know that you're an incredibly engaged individual, incredibly engaged leader, and we know that you have a background in housekeeping. So we figure that more than likely the answer is going to be, I do this because I love it, but we want to hear it from you. So tell us, maybe refresh for those on the other side a little bit about your background, your career, what you do in this beautiful resort, and then let's go into understanding your point of view on International Housekeeping Week and the importance behind it.
Sure, of course. Welcome. Yes, I'm very excited to be at our resort here. Very true, as you said, I've been in housekeeping very many years. Started way back when I started back in 97, 98. 98, I officially went over to housekeeping, jumping ship from food and beverage, where my career started, into housekeeping, through the help of a great mentor that I used to have back then, who challenged me to come into rooms, come to the dark side, as he said. And then started building my career from being an assistant manager of housekeeping. But before that, my hotel manager then, Chris Shag, was really a smart leader, where he said, you know what, you want to be a manager, you need to understand every single level of what it is. So he put me through a great training program. Training program was 90 days, where I did everything from cleaning rooms, doing floors, utility work, you name it, and we made it happen. Working the laundry chute when all the linen is coming down, filling the laundry carts, working the laundry machines, the massive 400, 500-pound washers and dryers. So that experience and building on it, and so I got my leadership start within housekeeping. Continued. That was back in Birmingham, Alabama. And then my leader moved to Virginia, and he had seen an opening and recommended me for that as a director of housekeeping in Crystal City in Virginia, right next to Reagan National Airport. So I went there as a director of housekeeping, spent some time there, moved to another resort. So obviously growing within the company and growing responsibilities within the rooms division, but always having that closeness to housekeeping. And as you said, yes, I'm very in tune with housekeeping, in tune with any department, but particularly at that point, housekeeping, because it was, we say love for it, passion for it. I think it just runs in my blood. I like to keep things organized and have specific ways to lay out or whatnot. So enjoy that very much, grew with the company, and then later on into bigger roles within operations. Then found myself at one point that our hotel was being sold to a franchise company. And at that point, I actually went into casino world. I was working in casino world in Atlantic City, started there, and I worked there as the executive director of housekeeping, and then into a director of hotel. Then had the great opportunity to move with the company out here to Las Vegas, where I ended up at the Link Hotel, where I met you, Michèle, working together, where you were as my third-party provider, but had a very close work relation and good understanding of each other. And I think we challenged each other continuously.
It was very fun. Yes. And we both have a very similar mindset when it comes to how to run the ship. So it was a very easy relationship, in my opinion. Yes. This is fantastic, Carlo. Not only your journey that I've always found so fascinating, but the fact that you are now the general manager of how many rooms?
1,228.
1,228. And it's not standard rooms, because this is timeshare. So it's like more keys in one key.
Yes.
In reality. But the fact that as a general manager, you're able to, with your array of different departments that you have been involved with, but such a heavy focus on housekeeping, able to really understand what International Housekeeping Week means to those team members that are out there day in and day out getting the job done.
Yeah, exactly. From making the bed or making the bed the right way, or cleaning the tub, and understanding what chemicals do I use on the tile, and understanding what dwell time is. The time it takes for the chemical to react to the dirt to get it, so it's not just spray and wipe, because that's not going to help in the long run. So so having done that, it gives me a clear and better communication with my team, and they know that I know what I'm talking about. So when I go and look at a room and say, well, I see you took a shortcut here, or you could have done this better, then they know, and they say, yes, you're right. Or they say, oh no, I've done this for 20 years. I say, I know you've done it for 20 years. However, hear me out. Here's how we could have done a little different.
So describe to us, how large is the housekeeping department here on this property?
So we are running, on a full-time equivalent, it's about 100 housekeepers, and then you got your house persons, which is another 30 full-time team members. So you got your utilities, which is about 6 to 8 of them. You got a leadership team of supervisors, it's 10 supervisors. You got your admin desk, you got your 2 assistant executive housekeepers, and then the director housekeepers. So it is not a huge team per se. We say full-time equivalent. So some of them are full-time, some of them are part-time, some of them are study extra. So all in all, Emma has about, I would say, 260 team members.
Wow.
If we look at it, for 1,228 rooms. Then we have something that we don't think of here is I have a sales center in both of my towers. So I'm monitoring 160 tables that needs to be cleaned daily. I'm cleaning all their public space, the carpets, the wall decorations, the ceilings, the vents, all of that in the sales area. My common area, which is public space, we have to clean that as well, in addition to all housekeeping areas. So.
It sounds overwhelming, but let me tell you something. The minute we stepped foot on the property, it was truly an incredible experience. And we have been walking the floors, and we really haven't found any type of mouth-opening moments.
Well, the mouth opening, I think, was the housekeeping office.
True. Yes. Let us tell you about the housekeeping office. Go for it, Stephanie.
Yes, absolutely. So it just newly renovated, space, computers for all of the floor supervisors. They have their own space. They're not having to share one computer trying to close out the day, what we typically see in other departments. I think my favorite part also, too, was the storage closet area, how organized everything is, and very easy to accessible, and getting it up on the floor.
And easy to see. Like, you literally walk in, it looks kind of like a cage area, and you walk in and you see where everything is. It's so efficient the way it's all laid out. And then you walk out of the office into the hallways, and my most favorite is the boards, because the boards have absolutely everything you need to know, from who's doing what to what it is that we're focusing on this week, and then also where are we standing as far as scores, because that's important to have it visible for team members to know, are they winning or are they losing the race. So that's incredible. So as we walked into your office, we noticed something that was very flashy, and I was able to steal it from one of the tables, and this is it. So for those of you who are not able to see on YouTube what I'm showing, but you're listening on our podcast, please tell us, Carlo, what this is.
So actually, that is our Hilton Grand Vacations Award of Excellence. And Award of Excellence, already the resorts will receive that if you meet certain criteria. So.
And may I interrupt you and say that it's dated for 2021. And 2021 was a very difficult year, as we were bringing team members back after the resort being closed for so many months. So this is very important.
Yeah, it's truly a team win, because the resort ran, so it's history on the resort. We lost our general manager, previous general manager, right before COVID. So through COVID, we didn't have a general manager. Alice Canales, our area vice president, was housed here for a little bit. Then we had task force general manager until I arrived. So for us to, as a team, win this award as an award of excellence, it means it's truly a team effort. It's huge for all of us, and the team, the directors take great pride in it, because without them, this would not have been possible.
I agree.
So-
It's a true testament to resilience and determination.
Yeah,
for sure.
absolutely.
That's wonderful. Congratulations
Thank
to
you.
you for your leadership and your team for leaning in and allowing themselves to follow such, great leader.
Mhm.
This is awesome. Thank you.
Absolutely. And then also too, cleanliness being such a huge part of
Yes.
achieving that award too. And here we are celebrating the housekeeping. So talk to us through a little bit about what Housekeeping Week means to you.
It means a lot. I mean, I encourage my teams to always thank housekeepers every day, but this is the 1 week we can truly dive in and show the appreciation and respect, and also have fun and give, invite a little bit of ourselves in it. And as leaders, a lot of times we are behind the scenes or we are in our areas, but this is the time where we've been had so much fun with the team. We are not afraid of making fun of ourselves a little bit, being loud, being
Dancing.
spontaneous, dancing, egging on the team, making sure that the energy is there. Myself, with having music in my blood and whatnot, always, on the dance floor, helping out and dancing, participating with the team. And to this day, they were actually not expecting that, because they always see me walking around. They see me being lively, but they didn't expect that I would be on the dance floor dancing with them. So
Aw.
That is
Yeah.
so fun. That's great.
Well, thank you so much, Carlo, for being on our show again. I think
Thank you.
you were the first one that we've invited back, and can't wait to go for number 3, and wishing your team a successful end of season and going into fall and winter.
thank you for choosing us to come and visit.
Thank you. And thank you. If you come to Vegas, you have to visit the Hilton Grand Vacation Resort. It's really incredible. It's perfectly located, in my opinion, because you're not like in the middle of the craziness. So it's really nice and enjoyable.
Now, for the remaining of the episode, come join us as we go directly into the housekeeping department and be part of their housekeeping celebrations.
We're about to start. The pressure is on. Leadership is in the house. We have our general manager in the house. We have housekeeping directors, assistants, shop stewards. Everyone is excited, and this is about to begin. Let's see what ends up happening with all those shampoo bottles that are going to be tossed into those buckets on the other side. And when it's this type of game in housekeeping, we try to use everything that has to do with what's in our rooms.
Go!